Hello once again, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba, Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, with a flat unboxing. Yes, this is a box. A flat box. An unboxing of a flat box. We're unboxing a box. If you watch the channel, you may have noticed a few episodes ago that I actually purchased a reproduction box from a person who makes and designs reproduction boxes. Boxes tend to be the things that sometimes people don't keep, right? Because they, they're the box. You want the toy. People don't want the box. And of course, nowadays boxes have become highly sought after. In fact, I'm very fortunate. If you look down here, I've kept a lot of my boxes from my vintage toys. I folded them up, put them in a bin, and now I unboxed the boxes and put them back together, and that's what I do with them. So, but sometimes in case of display, it's kind of fun to be able to display things in a box. Now, that serves two purposes. One of the reasons is that sometimes the toys can sometimes get damaged or just wear out over time, and that's a very common thing among toys. Toys were never meant to be forever objects, especially those made of plastic. They're going to and whatever they're made of, they're going to break down. So one way that one can help keep a toy's lifespan going is if they can keep them in the box. Now, I am not a really big fan of keeping toys in a box like the ones behind me, because you can't really see the toy. You only see the box. So, you might as well just have a picture of the toy. You want to be able to have the toy out, maybe with the box, But sometimes Hasbro has, or I should say Kenner, has kind of done the best of both worlds, where they actually have, you can see the figure and the box. Action figures have been like that for years. Carded action figures. You have the bubble, so you can see the figure clearly, and then you have the card around it. Lately, Hasbro has tried doing away with that for environmental reasons, which I understand, but collectors were all up in arms about it because they didn't like the fact that you couldn't actually see the toy, which I understand. But now, with the vintage line, meaning the old line, this was something that was never a thing when it came to, it wasn't a problem when it came to action figures, but it was a problem when it came to play sets. But for large scale figures, for 12-inch figures, they kind of had the best of both worlds. They had a box, but which was also clear so you could see it. And that's what this person was making reproductions of. And right here I have a reproduction box of Chewbacca. So let me just work on kind of unfolding it and making sure that it's got the plastic and everything. So this is exciting. This is very, very, very exciting. So I'm going to, now I will say, it does say, I don't think it said this, I got the movie viewer last time, and the movie viewer, it didn't say anything on it. At least at first glance, I couldn't see it. This one, it does say on the bottom here, reproduction box. This is from thetoyroom.com. Okay, I'll point that out right there. It says reproduction. So there's no chance, and it says it on the front too, right there in fine print. There's no chance of any discerning collector to, keep that from, confusing this. Okay, and it comes with an insert. Now, this is the thing is, my figures have been played with, okay? My figures, look at how nice that is, right? Now, you might think, you just got a box? Well, where's the figure? I have the figure. However, I want to point something out about my poor figure. My figure, this is Chewie. He does have his weapon, but he is missing his bandolier strap, and his arms are kind of, the elastic that keeps his arms together they're kind of falling apart. So, for now, I'm going to place him in this box. And I'm going to close up the box, but I can still see him. Right? So, I think this is really cool. And I encourage people who want to... Now, listen. I am very much a fan of the fact that this person did this. Now, of course, you can see his arms falling off in there. And at some point, I may decide to figure out a way that I can put my Chewbacca, fix my Chewbacca. I know if you ever watch Toy Polloi on YouTube, he does a lot of toy repair. Some people are against that. They want the toy to be untouched. They want the toy to just like live its original existence, and that's that. There's no rules, guys. I'm with the Toy Polloi guy. He said this. He said, you know, he apologizes for not reading the handbook of toy collecting, and the handbook in which he said, you know, he showed a picture of like just a random handbook and there was nothing in it. That's the thing. There are no rules. There are gatekeepers who pretend to make rules. I see that all the time. That's ridiculous. Why? Just, it's your toy. Do what you want with it. If you want to keep it like that, I'll probably keep mine in the box, in my reproduction box like this, just because I love the look of the box. Now I'm going to pretty much I may end up getting all of the figures boxes because I can't find any of the boxes themselves. But look at this. This is like a beautiful piece. I mean, they did an amazing job. You got the picture work on the back. You got the great, this is with the Empire Strikes Back logo. Okay, this is awesome. And I am totally down with having this box. And I might try to do the same for most of my figures because they're all falling apart, you know. I do think, looking at this figure, I feel like it's a naked Chewbacca. I need to get a bandolier. So I will be on the hunt for either a reproduction or an original bandolier. But again, some of it comes down to money. I mean, if somebody's making a nice reproduction, a 3D printed reproduction, and it's like $10 or $20 versus somebody has an original and they're selling it for $100, I get it. I understand that. And yeah, I, as a collector, will mark this as such. The reproduction parts and a reproduction box, which is already marked. You know, any discerning collector will be able to pick up on that. So anyway, I love it. I think it's fantastic. I look forward to maybe slowly building up a collection of more of these. Now, of course, the figures all fit in kind of one of these little tiny IKEA shelves. I don't even think this one will fit in there anymore, so I'm going to have to find a new place for it. But that is okay. In the end, great. I did not know, in looking at it, I bought it on eBay. I did not know, looking at the eBay auction, if this plastic film was part of it, but it is. So this is fantastic. www.the-toyroom.com. I think you can find a lot of other toys and a lot of other unique recreations that they're doing. Fantastic work. They did not sponsor this episode. I purchased this on my own. I'm giving you my honest review. It's fantastic. I think they do a little bit more glossy. You can tell by the reflection there. I think it's a little bit more glossy than the originals might be, but that's hard for me to know for certain because I don't have the original box of this anymore, nor did I ever have the box for the projector, the little movie projector crank thing that I also purchased from these guys. So I don't know for sure if the boxes originally were less glossy than this. I think they were, based on the other boxes that I have, or they could have just dulled over the years, just from not being new. So fantastic. I love it. TheToyRoom.com. Get your box replicas. Good way to display all your toys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and check me out on Instagram and YouTube, or Instagram and X. And of course, thank you to Red 5 Network for supporting the channel. Check out all of Red 5's content. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.